You hear that, Freddy? We're on the move.
What is up, my artistic enchiladas? And today is a very special day because I am like an hour from leaving my house to the movie theater to go watch Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And I am so excited, guys. I haven't felt this excited but also scared for a movie in a long time because um for the first movie I was spoiled and I wasn't expecting much. But with this one, I'm expecting a lot because from what I've seen from spoiler-free reviews and everything, they all claim that it's so much better than the first movie and that it's a lot more action-packed. As in, there's not a lot of like scenes that are dragging, like the Mike Dream scenes or something. I don't know, but I just am so excited for this movie because it's just like I don't know, but I will admit I have been spoiled a little bit for a couple scenes, which I will explain later in the video. I think because okay, I haven't seen any videos, but I have seen thumbnails. But I'll get to that if it's real or not. But if it is real, then oh well, I'll live because again, I don't know the suspense or build up to any of it. So yeah, I think I'll be okay. But with that being said, I am all ready to go. I'm just waiting for everyone else to be ready, I guess, and then we'll leave at a specific time because my showing doesn't start until 7:10 and it is currently 6:45 or something. Wait, and of course I have the Fnaf 2 puppets with me and I am ready to take them because I do not want them to miss this event because this is the second Fnaf movie and it has so many characters, so many recognizable things now that I am just unbelievably excited to see them in action. And I'm gonna try my best to vlog as much as I can. So if I don't get enough footage because I'm just blinded by excitement, then I will let you know, or I will apologize for it. But I will have a review for this video, so it's not completely pointless and it's not just a random, boring vlog. So, anyways, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys there. There it is. This is behind the tree. Frick me.
No, you're not.
We're seated. We're waiting.
Samsung Galaxy S25. You Gemini weather this train coming right now.
I just got out of the movie and oh my gosh, I almost cried a little. Oh my gosh, it was. Alright, everybody, I am recording this a day later. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago because things happened, but I'm here now and oh my gosh, I really need to talk about this movie, man. I don't usually make movie reviews, but this time I kind of had to. So, first of all, I just want to say that this poor movie is being absolutely ripped to shreds by critics. You thought the critics in the first movie were bad? Oh, they are just amped up to this one. I don't know why they're so sour about it or what hurt them, but they are just unbelievably so negative to this movie that it's criminal. To them, it feels criminal that a movie's this bad. Which I don't even understand because if it's not even that you don't get it, that's not an excuse. Okay, because I'm actually being completely honest. It's honestly such a straightforward story. It might just be because I understand the lore and stuff, or I don't understand what is their problem. They are so negative. And it's not even that they're negative like I'm sorry, I just couldn't get into it. They're just like absolutely rude about it in a way. Calling it passionless, lazy, like unnecessary. Like I don't think these people understand that this is a video game adaptation and they need to understand how the game adapts into the into the movie adaptation because like okay fine you don't have to play the game to understand it but you have to at least do understand some things about it so you know what you're watching. You can't just say it's a bad video game adaptation, but whatever. Critics just don't watch these movies anymore, man. It's not worth it. I don't care if it's your job, but for the fans I think they'll like it. Now it did debut with like 89 on Rotten Tomatoes, which isn't bad, but I would prefer it would be in the 90s at least, but it's okay. I'm okay. I'm actually being honest, I'm okay with that. But, anyways, now I want to talk about spoilers because there's so much that happened in this movie, and I just really, really want to talk about it. So I'm actually, excuse me, just hair in my mouth. I'm actually gonna discuss a couple things that did make me a little disappointed. So for one, Matthew Lillard or William Afton and Henry Emily, they were barely in the movie. Henry surprisingly didn't do much at all. I don't know why they had him in there, except for him having his his little monologue at the end of the at like towards the end of the credits. It was cool. I like that. But they don't even drop like. I mean, I guess I get it. We just get the hint already. Like that's Charlotte's dad, and we know who Charlotte's dad is. So, I guess that really is just for the fans. But like, I feel like for an audience member, they should explain who he is. That he was a business partner for him. It does that? It just yeah, I think that's what it was. They just didn't explain that part, which again I didn't mind. It was barely in the movie enough to not ruin it for me. But then there's probably the most gut wrenching thing was the Wizards. Now, when they were on screen, they stole the show. Or not stole because they were the only ones in the freaking pizzeria, so of course they would. No, but I'm saying what they did with the little screen time they had, it was good. But I wish they were in the movie a little bit longer because all the scenes that you saw of them in the trailers, that's all you're gonna see of them in the movie, which does suck because that means they weren't hiding anything from them in the trailers. But there's one thing that they were hiding pretty well. The fact that the original gang from the first movie showed up to destroy the toy animatronics, just like in the Silver Eyes trilogy. I I wish I could have cheered at the top of my lungs, but I didn't want to be rude. There were people who were cheering, but I didn't want to be all like, "Oh yeah, let's go!" But guys, I was a maniac. Honestly, for other negatives, I don't know. Um, well, okay, if there's one thing that I wish they did was built up like the toys more. Like I don't know, like because Toy Chica was like kind of the main animatronic in a way, besides the marionette. But we'll get into that. I don't know if she's an animatronic, but whatever. So them talking about no having like Choi Chica just like walk around with Abby everywhere and then be her science fair project and then the guy rejects it. Seriously, that guy's an a-hole. Why does that guy always have to play a-holes? But it's whatever. I think honestly what they did with Choi Chica was honestly pretty cool. I wish they did that with like Freddy or something because he is the titled character and he barely shows up. For some reason, Toy Freddy barely shows up. He spoke like like 3 or 4 times, which I mean, to be fair, I mean it's okay. I get it. Like I guess Chica was Abby's favorite, so they used that against her. Poor thing. But yeah, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. I am okay with how the movie portrayed the animatronics. But if there's one thing that I'm trying to think of the thing that disappointed me the most, I I honestly think it was just the Wizards barely showing up. Um, Okay, but okay. So far, at least, I don't. Okay, here's like a minor nitpick. I don't know if this counts, but I think Michael being a. Oh yeah, by the way, Michael Afton is in the movie. He's the guy with the weird eyebrow. He's the one who's in that clip who's giving the tour of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So real quick, I do want to say that the him being like an antagonist it kind of works for now because I feel like this is his way of like because the way his actor was delivering his like movement and facial expressions, it was kind of making me feel like yeah this guy is regretting this like tremendously. I think he's definitely gonna have that arc of like he's confronting his sins and he needs to get rid of it. So like yeah, um, it works. I like it. I think that so far it's a good portrayal of Michael Afton because he did start off like a D word in the fourth game, and then you kind of get more backstory with him in the in sister location. I think I don't know. It's been a while. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for like nitpicks or negatives. Everything else I can just start praising, I guess. Oh, okay. Actually, one more. I don't know how I feel about Charlotte being the villain in this movie. Like, I feel like people were expecting William Afton to be the villain again, but it was the freaking puppet. I don't know, because I don't think I thought Charlotte, at least in my opinion, was the most calm ghost, but she just flipped places with Cassidy because Cassidy was way calmer and collective in this movie, and I'll explain that when I get to it. But okay, I think that's pretty much it, though. I don't know how I feel about, but then again, well, it's probably gonna be redeemed at one point because of what they're trying to lead into. But now I'm going to talk about things that I really liked and things I just really want to talk about. So again, spoilers. I keep saying this, but I just discussed a lot of things right now. But spoilers. What the heck was that cameo? I'm not complaining. This is actually a good. This is actually freaking good. So towards the beginning of the movie, sorta, Vanessa has a bad dream that she tries to confront her dad, William Afton. But in between all of that, for some reason, they just shoved in a circus baby cameo, and she's just standing there. Like, I'm like, what? They caught me so off guard because I was like, shouldn't they save this for like the final like scene or something? I don't know, but either way, it was cool. It was cool seeing her. I don't know if they actually built an entire costume or used CGI, but if they did, that's really cool. Um, but yeah. Um, so okay, I actually want to talk about the thing that they can basically confirmed from the game. The fact that none of the animatronics in FNAF 2 are possessed, they're all controlled by the puppet, is honestly really cool because for the longest time I didn't know what the heck they were. Because in FNAF 1, they were the ghost children. FNAF 3, they were hallucinations along with Springtrap, who was haunted by William Afton. FNAF 4, they weren't real, they were also hallucinations, but also I think it was because the bullies were like playing with him, and then he was just imagining them to look like that. And in Sister Location, we don't have an answer for that. It might be the same thing as the puppet, where Elizabeth is haunting all the robots, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, like we basically have we now have an answer for why this mother ever moves around, and it's because of a wireless system that has her control all of them, which surprisingly makes sense in a way because when she's in her box in the game, she's completely inactive. Or duh, I don't know why I'm saying that. You guys already know that. But then like all the animatronics moving everywhere. But then once the music box is ready to go, I don't know if this is just me realizing it, but like all the animatronics just like slow down. I think that's her way of breaking force and then just going full animalistic on you. I don't know. Okay, sorry, I had to cut there. I and like I don't know what else to say. Like again, the ghost children from the first movie showing up in the animatronics from the first movie, like taking down the toy animatronics, that was so clap worthy. And then they start powering down. I'm like, oh, the system's failing. Oh no. And then Cassidy says, "We're going to heaven." That's the part where I started crying. I was like, oh, or did we? Because we never see that part in the game, so I was just like, oh man, this is sad because we're actually seeing them rest. But I kind of have a theory because the puppet was in the house when they went away. My guess is that she grabbed their souls and put them in the withered animatronics, and we didn't know. We didn't see that on screen, but because the withereds never left the pizzeria, their system is still working. So I'm gonna assume that's what they're trying to tease. But oof. And that ending. So okay, so you probably noticed this in the trailers or like a couple teasers, but the puppet can like control bodies. Like she can actually like go in. I think she could go inside bodies and puppeteer them. I don't know. I think it's kind of hinting at stuff, but I don't know. So like at one point, Toy Chica is carrying her to bed, and she jumps out of Toy Chica like a spring lock suit is in there. And I think they're hinting at Lefty, which is a big, huge possibility with the existence of Henry and the fact that he's trying to put his daughter back to sleep. I think that's what's trying to be said. I don't know. But this also kind of answers. But now I want to talk about the puppet. So this kind of answers because her whole overarching theme is resentment against all parents in the town. That's why the animatronics go on a rampage, trying to kill adults only or parents only. Oh, and then freaking Doug shows up at one point. But I'm actually being like that kind of understanding in that one in the FNAF 6 game mini game and the FNAF 2 mini game, how she was locked outside the pizzeria and I think it's not the kids, I think it's the parents, because how did the parents not notice her? So maybe that's just her being like, ugh, screw you guys. This movie, I'm just glad this movie finally answered a couple questions. But then I'm really trying to think of what else I could say. Oh, the voices. So Toy Chica's Megan Fox's Toy Chica voice, it honestly was perfect. It like she suited her so well because listening to her voice from like watching Michael Bay's Transformers, I did hear that voice like so well, and I was like, oh my gosh, why does this actually sound exactly like the original Toy Chica voice actor? And it worked. I honestly think that this was a really good this was a good voice for her, and I'm glad it fit perfectly. But then there was Matt Pat, which wasn't bad. It still sounded good, but he sounded like a girl. I don't know why they put a heavy filter on his voice, because again, it wasn't bad. I just didn't. It just did not sound like Matt Pat, which I mean, good thing, good voice acting, I guess. But bleh, come on, guys, you could do a little. You could at least not have it filtered that much. I could barely understand what. No, I can understand exactly what he was saying, but I was trying to find the Matt Pat voice in there. Then there was freaking Toy Freddy. Oh my gosh, Kellen Goff put in all for his Glamrock Freddy voice and cranked it up deeper. Seriously, his voice for Toy Freddy was so deep that I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds freaky. Like, I don't know. That's probably just me. But yeah, it was kind of funny that it was just that deep, because I'm used to Toy Freddy sounding like this, Huggy Wuggy and all that. Okay, so I also want to talk about the ending real quick. I feel like I already said this, but I never got to it. So the puppet took control of Vanessa's body. So at first I was like, oh, what are they gonna do with her? Are they gonna turn her into Vanny like this? But now I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know what they're gonna do with that, because the post-credit scene with Henry talking, like monologuing to Mike, he said that the puppet's after him now. Why? I don't know. I don't know what they're planning now. It literally could be anything. So I guess she's using Vanessa's body for that, even though Mike just said, "Don't get near us." That's how the movie ends, because the ghost children destroy the toy animatronics. They power down. I guess they're in heaven or they're in the withered animatronics. Either way, they were powered down. But then also Michael was there. What bothers me though, or no, not bothers me. At first it bothered me, but Mike Schmidt does not want Vanessa around them anymore, because she just does not tell him anything, and it almost got them killed. Like the toy animatronics, Charlotte, Henry, all that stuff. So yeah, I get it. There's issues that needed to be talked about. So yeah, I mean, it was alright. I'm not complaining. At least not too much. So, anyways, back to the ending. So, Mike, Abby, and Jeremiah, they all go to the car so that I guess they can treat Abby, because she also got controlled by the puppet at one point. So she's trying to, I guess they're going to the hospital or something. So they went there, and that's how the movie ends. They just leave. Michael was knocked out, but then he got up, and I guess he got away somewhere, because he has a badge and it was on the grass. So then it ends basically with the fate of Vanessa ambiguous and Michael ambiguous. But you want to know whose fate wasn't left ambiguous? there was a mid-credit scene, and I think you guys already know what I'm talking about, because what else could happen? Because there were three guys who came in to the first location and basically said, we're trying to gather stuff for the haunted house. And I knew exactly what he was talking about, because I knew exactly what the scene was going to do. Because this one guy said, we found one, a real one. And again, I'm just going to say it right now, they revealed him. Springtrap was in the mid-credit scene, and he was covered in tarp, but he looks so freaking good. And it honestly makes me so excited for the third movie, because it kind of teases, like, excuse me, because it teases this, where because William Afton was not in this movie very long, or the first movie of this, like, he was in the second movie less, which most people are saying, oh, they're just trying to build them up. And I kind of agree with that, like, because he has to show up a lot in the third movie. He's Springtrap. He's not just William Afton anymore. He is Springtrap. He is the main antagonist of the third game, and he has to be the antagonist of the third movie. I almost said the third game again. But then again, there's also Charlotte. I feel like they're gonna hide her throughout the movie, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with her. I'm genuinely so excited to see what they do, because I think they're hinting at Lefty, because she's on the loose somewhere, and then she grabs, then like somehow Lefty is a thing, and or I think Henry is gonna build Lefty throughout the movies, and then he's gonna use Lefty to kidnap her. That sounded so bad, and then take control of her. I think that's what they're trying to hint at, and I honestly don't know what to say. Oh no, okay, real quick. So at one point they're in the prize corner at the first game. That's where Abby finds the fast talker, but Mike has a bootleg Freddy plush on him, and then he does this. He squeezes it. There's a speaker, and then it starts playing that one meme where it goes, "Har, har, 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 har." I can't believe they actually did that. I want to know how that guy feels that his meme made it into the movie like that. If he was even told about it, I don't know. But that caught me so off guard. But it also genuinely made me laugh, because I was like, "What?" But yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, my boy Balloon Boy freaking gets his head ripped off, but when he showed up, it was cool. I liked it. But yeah, I wish they did more with the Wizards, but what they did with them works. So yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, I honestly don't know what else to say. Okay, my perspective, I would say I would at least at 8 or 9 out of 10, because it's kind of one of those sequels where it's open to another sequel, so like they left some stuff unanswered. So I was a little bit like, oh come on. So I'm pretty sure once the third movie comes out, I'll bump that score up, because I'll be like, ooh. But I just really enjoyed this movie. It was the first FNAF movie where I got to see it in theaters blindly. Sorta. I did get spoiled on a couple bits on thumbnails, like Circus Baby, Springtrap, which, again, I didn't see any videos. I just saw thumbnails. So, yeah, it's okay. I'm fine with that. Because I still audibly cheered when the FNAF 1 crew showed up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please watch this movie, support it, and it is definitely my favorite movie of the year, and I'm definitely going to post my top 5 favorite movies of the year, because literally all I saw this year were 5 movies. Megan 2.0, Minecraft movie, Bad Guys 2, K-Pop Demon Hunters, and then there's FNAF 2. And yes, that's how I would rank the movies I saw this year. At least by enjoyment. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Stay safe out there. Make good decisions. God bless you. He is your savior. Jesus is your savior. Like, I promise you guys, if you feel alone, he is always there. He will never leave you. He never left me. Just pray to him every night and and he'll make you a better person, and then you will never regret anything. Yes, you will. Okay, you will regret some things, but that's why he's there. He will make you regret it. He'll turn you into the best person you can be. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Bye.